Hey, what's up guys, Andrew here. I want to do some quick reactions of the Halo Infinite video that we saw earlier today. And we're going to do some reactions as we go. So one of the things that Halo has always been great for is to highlight Master Chief. They kind of stepped away from that in Halo 5, but it's good to see that that's coming back to the series.
The Mjolnir exosuit is now complete. Even though this technology will save humanity in the war to come, I must remind myself, liquid crystal cannot rise on its own.
Okay, so one of the things I want to definitely focus on is I want to make sure I'm not interrupting while they're speaking. So this is really critical here because it really puts us in a space where we are in the Spartan suit, right? And I think one of the things that I recently talked about on the podcast that I released about Halo Infinite, 7 things that I want to see. I may make that a YouTube video, is that being in the suit is something that is amazing for the series because it allows the series to continue to go on. And that's one of the things I wanted to see in the Halo Infinite videos, this one and upcoming videos, I'm sure in the near future. So the fact that they're highlighting this first before they show the actual gameplay footage, I thought that was pretty powerful.
Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction. Armor cannot hope.
It's awesome.
It all means nothing until you step inside.
Right, and that's the powerful piece there, right? So being in the suit of the Spartan suit, the Mjolnir suit, is everything for individuals who've enjoyed the Halo experience ever since 2001, right? So we went with all the different games that we played of Halo for all these years, and the fact that they have allowed it to come back, we can say full circle, of having the experience back in the center of the person controlling this tank of a suit, I think is absolutely amazing. Okay, so Halo Infinite Holiday 2020.
Am I dead already? I must be. I mean, this is a punishment, right? Yep, this is death. No! No! No, 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 no!
Okay, all right.
I'm going to have to make an emergency landing.
So I have thoughts here. I'm going to share right after. Okay, so right there, when I saw this particular part, when they were showing this, is I'm like, okay, we've seen sequences like this in the Halo games, and I'm like, please don't let this guy die. Okay, we're just, I know this is several hours into the campaign, but don't allow this particular scene be his demise, right? And I love what happens next.
No! No! You! I can't stand this! Who you are?
Breathe.
No! You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe?
That's so good.
I've been being safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered.
That's always the case.
Condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we get away from here. Far away.
Okay, so right there, for those who are concerned about representation and different characters and demographics in games, this should make a lot of individuals happy. And aside from that, just the awesomeness of the graphics that this game is going to be. When you're looking at Master Chief and the world itself, is absolutely amazing. I just love the detail that we see already just by watching a couple of minutes of this campaign.
Wait here.
Oh, please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
Also, I want to say if you guys are enjoying this kind of commentary, it's a little bit different than the things I usually do on this channel. Please like, subscribe, and I definitely look forward to doing more videos. Also, check out my podcast. Links should be in the description below. The podcast that is titled Halo Infinite 7 Things I'd Like to See. That's definitely should be somewhat evergreen until the game comes out. These are the things I'd like to see in the game, as well as we're having this conversation here. All right, so here we go. One of the things that also I definitely mention is the fact that this world should be considered, or at least allow it to be an open world experience. And the fact that this map is so huge, I would be surprised if they don't add the element of Battle Royale into the Halo universe. I know it's off-putting by some individuals, but I think that it would be crazy if they didn't. Okay, now the other thing too, freeze frame here, what was up with the sound of the Warthog? That sounded like a JDM type of engine. It didn't sound like a super robust V8, V12 engine. It sounded like something that they cranked that was part motorcycle, part JDM. It was just very, very, I think they should consider beefing up the sound of the Warthog. So hopefully that's something that they can do. I like the slide. That's awesome. The scale. Okay, so just going to freeze frame here for just to look at the map. So the objective here is to destroy 3 things. And let's see how that is highlighted. You see the TAC map, there's upgrade system, there's a database system. And I think that even when you're looking at the map here, shows you a large scale of things to come. Okay, catching some air here, which is dope. I dig that. Covenant, which is also amazing. Okay, so we got elbow to the face. Pistol looks pretty powerful still, which is iconic. So I'm glad that that's still the case. Okay, so let's see. He picks up AR, which I really dig the graphics and the model of the AR, which is really, really dope. Just the graphics and the detail is what I would expect here from this slip space engine. Okay, so I'm going to freeze frame here because it's interesting that they actually show that you can shoot through this particular barrier. That's what it looks like. Or maybe the player... Okay, so grappling hook is introduced here, which is dope. And that's another thing too with the grappling hook. If we're going to have a grappling hook, we should be able to use it in this open world experience, especially for Battle Royale. I'd be surprised if we don't see that. So here you get the view of how vast the area is that you can explore, which is really, really amazing. Okay, so we're almost up on the elevator. So once we get a picture of the ring right here, which is really, really awesome. And then as we turn around, okay, so we see the plane. And okay, so we have some engagement here. Some Covenant. Weapon detail is pretty dope. So I thought that Master Chief was going to die here. That's not the case. Okay, so he picks up a pulse carbine, which I really dig. That I'm going to have fun with. I'm looking forward to using a pulse carbine. So that's going to be dope. Okay, so area damage. And also, if you notice that there's a lot of boxes surrounding the area, which you can easily put things. Okay, so grappling hook up here, which is awesome. So that brings you over. A lot of boxes. You can grapple things towards you, which is pretty neat. I like that. Okay, that's awesome. Environmental damage. This weapon is like a hand cannon type weapon, which is pretty cool. We're gonna destroy everything with the turrets, which is nice. So I'm doing that right here. We're gonna hop out, clean up a little bit more. So I'm definitely impressed with the graphics. I have no complaints. Hopefully the next thing that they show in upcoming videos will be the multiplayer side of things and how that affects. Okay, so grappling hook into the melee, that was pretty dope. Okay, so we have grav lift, that takes us to the top. And this particular sequence is where we are introduced in this video to our foe.
Lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't.
So we're going to stop here, and because I don't want to interrupt the actual speech or in between the speech itself. So this is Eshram. I believe that's how you pronounce this character's name, the villain, right? So this villain, I believe, was introduced in Halo Wars, and sounds to me like this villain is very, very powerful, and just his speech and his passion for war can be displayed here.
We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriarchs. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone.
Okay, so this reminds me of Batman and Joker, right? So when Joker doesn't have Batman to fight or to taunt, he feels depressed, right? He feels lonely, right? And all those feelings, when I heard this particular speech, I was thinking of this really is like going to be, from what I'm gathering, this is going to be like your Batman and Joker, right? The best superhero, if you want to use that in the instance that we're talking here, that mankind has ever seen, you know, of course in gaming as we're speaking here, and the worst of villains, right? Or the enemy that that particular hero has ever faced. And this is what we're seeing here in the dialogue.
Here you now stand.
You can definitely feel the intensity and the passion for this particular it's okay. So I'm really, really excited with what we saw for the campaign. I hope you guys enjoyed this particular style of commentary with the freeze frames. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really do appreciate that. Definitely subscribe, share your thoughts. Let me know what you thought about the Warthog situation and especially this villain. Are you being introduced to this villain for the first time? Would love to hear your thoughts on those things. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.